Did you know that the ocean gets its saltiness from sharks that just want to cuddle? Okay, that's not true. But it's Shark Week, everyone, and here are some interesting things you might not know about sharks. Number 8. Shark attack capital of the world. To the untrained eye, New Smyrna Beach in Volusia County, Florida, is a beautiful, peaceful-seeming place. The waters are pure blue. A beach is a place for peace, relaxation, vitamin D, ocean waves, and soft sands. Many people enjoy going to this beach to swim and enjoy the waters, but not everyone always comes back. Why? Well, not only do people enjoy this coast, sharks do too. Lots of them, in fact. But the sharks don't hang out here because of the people. There's a lot of fish here, and with so much food in reach, sharks are easily attracted here. The beach is also very popular with surfers. So, lots of people, plus lots of sharks, trying to eat lots of fish. What could happen? New Smyrna Beach is known as the shark attack capital of the world. In 2008, 1/3 of all the world's unprovoked shark attacks happened on this beach. Last year, in 2019, the state recorded 21 unprovoked attacks. It's so populated with sharks that they say that anyone who goes to this beach, swimmer or surfer, will be within 10 feet of a shark at any given time. Number 7. Biggest shark ever caught. The internet is filled with pictures of great whites, alleged to be 20 feet or longer and said to weigh a couple tons. Since the movie Jaws, the biggest great white sharks have become kind of like the Sasquatch of the sea, except the sharks are real and they don't have to be 20 feet long to be scary. Many shark species nowadays are protected under fish and game laws, which are used to help ensure population numbers and a natural balance in the ecosystem as a whole. However, there was a time when these laws didn't exist. Fishermen of all kinds could go after sharks, including the legendary great white shark, which is the species that most people fear the most. Due to their size, their power, their speed both in the water and their ability to jump out of it, you'd think that no fisherman would be able to handle them, let alone catch them. Yet, on multiple occasions, they have been caught. On April 21st, 1959, an ambitious Australian man by the name of Alfred Dean, fishing with a rod and reel, caught a massive great white shark. How big was it exactly? The shark weighed a whopping 2,664 pounds, and it beat the previous record for a great white shark catch by an astounding 1,500 plus pounds. To this day, it's the heaviest fish ever caught and recorded by the IGFA. Plus, despite the weight of the shark, it only took about an hour to reel it in, showing some clear fishing skill, Alfred. Records are meant to be broken, but this one will likely stand forever. Number 6. Biggest shark in the modern world. The largest shark to ever live and currently live in the world today is the whale shark. It's referred to as the biggest fish in the world because, in case you didn't know, sharks are fish. A whale shark can grow up to 60 feet in length and can weigh up to 25 tons. That's huge. Given that we can't possibly know all the sizes of all whale sharks, there is belief that they could be longer and heavier than these numbers. The whale shark is different from most sharks. It doesn't mind traveling all over the world in order to find a good home. The whale shark will go to big ocean areas, small seas, and even travel to places near rivers if it can reach it. This shark species truly likes to be on the move, and moves very often. Whale sharks seem to like adventure. This earned them the title of being cosmopolitan, which again is a stark contrast to other sharks because most other species of sharks prefer to live in certain areas and stay there, or are ones that have to be confined to certain types of water. Whale sharks prefer to be near the surface. It often gets spotted by divers and marine biologists, though they also dive deep down with ease. The whale shark lives up to the first part of its name, because despite its massive size, it's not an aggressive shark and only eats the smallest of creatures, like plankton, much like many whales. They'll swim through the waters, open their mouth, and see what they catch. Number 5. Biggest shark in the ancient world. Sharks have been around for millions of years. Luckily for those fearful of sharks, the biggest one ever believed to swim through the world's oceans is now extinct and has been for quite some time. Megalodon, meaning big tooth, is this shark. There's no definitive estimate on how big they were due to wide-ranging speculation. Currently, the consensus is that they were around 50 to 60 feet in length. This is primarily based on fossils found and estimations brought through them, though many are actually stating that this shark could have been a lot bigger based on their own findings. So there's a small debate over the biggest shark ever between the whale shark and the megalodon. Even if it was only 50 feet, that still makes it a massive shark, one that, unlike the whale shark, was very aggressive and loved to attack other creatures. It is thought to be a close relative of the great white shark. It was the apex predator of the ancient world. In fact, it's said that during its final days on Earth, it would attack and eat other megalodons just so it could get enough food. Because of the massive size of the megalodon, it had to get a lot of energy, and that meant eating about 2 tons of food a day. That is an incredible amount. There are some who believe that the Meg may still be out there. You'd think that we would have had an encounter with it by now. But pundits of this theory believe that it's hiding in spaces like the Mariana Trench. Whether that's true or not is obviously impossible to prove with current technology due to how deep the trench is and how little we've explored it. But if it was out there and was able to get back to the surface, a lot of ocean life would be in trouble. Number 4. Sharks that attack humans the most. The classic movie, Jaws, may have fooled you into thinking the species of great white shark are the most aggressive of sharks out there. The truth is that the bull shark and the tiger shark are the most aggressive and dangerous sharks in the waters of our world today. Bull sharks prefer shallow coastal waters, which means they can often come into contact with humans. They are often considered to be the most dangerous because of their aggressive tendencies and ability to migrate up rivers. Bull sharks have over 100 documented and unprovoked attacks on humans and have a 27% fatality rate at last count, which is higher than the great whites. The bull shark is very unpredictable. They do not tolerate even the slightest provocation, the most popular of which was the Jersey Shore shark attacks of 1916, which, by the way, was the inspiration for the movie Jaws. Although sharks rarely bite humans, the tiger shark, which can reach lengths more than 15 feet, is reported to be responsible for a large share of fatal shark bite incidents. They are regarded as one of the most dangerous shark species because they often visit shallow reefs, harbors, and canals, creating more potential for encounters with humans. Number 3. Bethany Hamilton. Of the many documented shark attack stories out there, one of the most famous and most terrifying is the story of surfer Bethany Hamilton. In 2003, she went with her friend's family swimming and surfing in Honolulu, Hawaii. A tiger shark came out of nowhere and took Bethany's left arm almost clean off. Her friends were able to get her to the shore, and her friend's father was able to patch her up enough to get her to the hospital. Because of the nature of the injury, she lost 60% of her blood by the time she got to the hospital. Amazingly, Bethany survived the attack, and quite ironically, the shark that took her arm was caught and killed by nearby fishermen unintentionally. Usually, this would be where we'd tell you that she lived a lesser life because of the loss of her arm. But that's not the case here. Bethany was a professional surfer before the incident, and she refused to let what the shark did to her be the end of her story. She went back to surfing and learned to use her body in a way that allowed her to keep going and even surf professionally again. She became an inspiration to many and even became an actress in movies, including one about her own life, as well as appearing in The Amazing Race alongside her husband, and they finished in 3rd place. Number 2, sharks are afraid of dolphins? One of the most curious myths about sharks is that they are afraid of dolphins, which doesn't make sense because sharks are known to be vicious predators and dolphins, well, aren't. But while dolphins are indeed nice and kind creatures at times, they do have a mean streak. and they're never afraid to show it to sharks. In fact, there have been cases of humans not just being protected by dolphins, but dolphins ramming sharks at such speeds that they die. Not really what you were expecting, right? That's the thing right there. Dolphins are much stronger and faster than they look. So while it's not clear as to whether sharks actually fear dolphins, they are more cautious when they're around. Mythbusters once made a fake dolphin and brought it into an area of sharks that were about to go after some fish. When it arrived, the sharks swam away. Number 1. How much should you honestly fear sharks? If Shark Week, and its apparent knockoffs, are any indication, humanity has a very interesting relationship with sharks as a whole. We're obsessed. We love them, and we fear them. That last one is key, obviously. Though in truth, the question of how much we should fear sharks is debatable. We fear them because we see only the sharks that are aggressive, the man-eaters, like the great white tiger shark or the bull shark. But there are many other sharks out there that are incredibly kind, and like many other species of creatures, they won't attack you unless directly provoked. So, as some have put it, you should revere sharks, not fear them. Granted, we're not saying you should go into shark-infested waters without a care in the world, but we're saying that if you know sharks are in the area, you don't have to immediately panic. Just be wise of where they are, what species you're around, and go from there. Sharks are incredible creatures, and many study them because they're so incredible. Thanks for watching. What did you think of some of these shark facts? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!